A universal truth in the corporate world. Every business experiences ethical issues and problems.
Whether you're a startup, a small business, or a large corporation, navigating ethical challenges is an integral part of your journey.
Hi, today let's talk about the critical topics in ethical issues and problems in business and corporate world. In an era where financial decisions and regulatory compliance play essential roles, understanding the ethical dimension of business practices is more important than ever.
Let us delve into the complex ethical challenges that businesses face today. We'll examine real-world scenarios, dissect case studies, and discuss the impact of ethical decision-making on financial planning, investment, and overall corporate governance.
Ethics in business isn't just about following the rules. It's about creating culture trust, transparency, and accountability.
It's about making choices that not only benefit your organization but also contribute positively to society.
One example of a critical and often controversial topic in the business world, the morality of advertising, multi-level marketing or MLM, and pyramiding schemes.
In today's fast-paced and competitive marketplace, businesses employ a variety of strategies to capture the consumer attention and drive sales.
Among these strategies, advertising, multi-level marketing, and pyramiding stand out due to their pervasive presence and controversial nature. While each of these practices offers unique methods for promoting products and generating income, they also raise significant ethical questions that warrant careful examinations.
The morality of these practices is not just a matter of legal compliance but also a societal impact, consumer trust, and the long-term sustainability of business practices.
Advertising plays a very significant role in marketing goods and services. It only becomes unethical when the advertisement is misleading, deceptive, manipulative, or coercive.
Multi-level marketing or network marketing involves individuals selling products to the public, often by word of mouth and direct sales. The main idea behind the multi-level marketing strategy is to promote the maximum number of distributors for the product and exponentially increase the sales force. Lastly, pyramid schemes are fraudulent schemes disguised as an MLM strategy. The difference between a pyramid scheme and a lawful MLM program is that there is no real product sold in a pyramid scheme. Participants in a pyramid scheme attempt to make money solely by recruiting new participants into the program.
Another ethical issue and problem that businesses experience in the corporate world are business bluffing and problems in fair pricing. Bluffing in business involves deceiving others into believing a specific action is expected, often used to gain a competitive advantage, while some argue it's an essential part of business strategy. It's crucial to understand the ethical and legal implications. Fair pricing is essential for a healthy market, but challenges like monopolies, lack of competition, and unethical practices can lead to inflated prices and consumer exploitation.
Addressing this issue is vital for consumer protections and market fairness. Oh, yes? I got it. Thank you. A new report yesterday. Here's Mr. Compuesto to present and give real-life examples and case studies. Mr. Compuesto.
Thank you, Ms. Carinan. One example of the morality of advertising is tobacco advertising.
For decades, tobacco companies use aggressive advertising to promote smoking. These ads for future and doctors, athletics, and celebrities suggesting the smoking healthy and global news. The ads were false, misleading, failed and disclosed, and health risks associated in which smoking targeted variable population including teenagers.
as a result of due to the overwhelming evidence linking smoking of serious and health issue. Many countries is now heavily regulate or ban tobacco advertising. The tobacco industry has faced of numerous lawsuits and substantial fines.
Herbalife is a global nutrition weight management company. Operating under multi-level marketing model, it has faced scrutiny and legal challenges in over business practices. Increases argo, Herbalife is focused more recruiting in new members than on selling products in many distributors. Reportedly, it lost money due to high upfront and costs and low sales, rising in concern about ethics of business model.
In 2016, Herbalife, in a great pay $200 million, it changed its business practices to settle and MTC charges that deceive the consumer. The company was required to restructure its compensation plan to rewards of actual of retention of sales rather than recruitment.
For the morality of repeating, the Bernie of Madoff Ponzi scheme. Bernie Madoff ran one of largest and most of famous Ponzi scheme history, in which operated similarly to pyramid of scheme. Madoff promised consistent and high returns investment which he achieved and using new investor money return to early investor.
These deceptive practices ultimately collapsed and leaving many investors with significant losses.
The Ford of Pinto case is a significant example of business. Bluffing, where Ford Motor Company failed in disclosed safety risks in their subpack car. The car had a fuel of tank flow, making it prone to fine and near-earn collusion. Deficit in knowing the issue. Ford continued selling the car without informing in public, and leading for numerous accidents and deaths, injuries. And this highlights companies' implementation of profits over the customer and safety, ethical and business practices.
Unfair pricing practices such as to price discrimination and trickery. Pricing can negatively impact consumer by causing an unfairness and resentment, discrimination. And occurs when companies charge difference for prices for the same product of base of location, demographic or purchasing history.
Surge pricing causes prices to fluctuate based on demand during peak times or high demand events, leading to significant and perceived unfair price spikes. Price fixing happens when companies secretly agree to keep prices high, reducing consumer choices and inflating costs. During emergencies, some stores exploit the situation by significantly increasing prices for essential items like water or batteries, taking advantage of consumers in their time of need.
Now let's have researcher from Cavite State University Imus campus to share up insight and how to solve this issue.
Hi, today I'm here with Miss Jemaah Baliat and Miss Elaisa Palabon. Hello guys, I heard you were conducting a research on the perception of ethics in business. Can you share some insights? And how is it going?
Our research on ethical issues in business is going well. We've collected valuable data and are now analyzing it to identify key trends. We're optimistic about the impact our research will have on promoting better ethical practices in business.
Oh, that's good to hear.
We've also gathered ethical theories and frameworks for our research paper, including deontological ethics, which focuses on the inherent rightness or wrongness of actions. Virtue ethics, which emphasize moral character, and utilitarianism, which seeks to maximize overall happiness. These theories are applied to the 42 case, where for decision naturally called the Pinto raises ethical questions about honesty, responsibility, and the consequences of their actions.
Oh, so what can you say about these issues? And if you were in the corporate world, how would you handle and address these issues?
For me, in order to address the issues on misleading advertisements, a multifaceted approach can be implemented. First, truthfulness and transparency in advertising must be prioritized. This involves ensuring that all claims made in advertisements are accurate and well sustained. Additionally, it is crucial to provide full and clear disclosure of all relevant information to consumers.
Also for me, a clear communication strategy is crucial for addressing business practices, including accuracy of potential information, distinguishing between earnings from product sales and recruitment, promoting ethical recruitment practices, and ensuring new recruits understand the business model. Also support for participants, including training on ethical sales practices and product knowledge, and continuous resources is also essential to create a transparent, ethical, and supportive business environment.
Also, a strong strategy is required to counter pyramid schemes. Strict legal enforcement and close business monitoring are necessary to identify and stop these kinds of schemes. Also, increasing the public awareness is essential as it is teaching people how to recognize genuine multi-level marketing schemes and the warning signs of pyramid schemes.
And it is also crucial to provide victims with support, including avenues for reporting suspected pyramid schemes, as well as programs for financial and legal aid. Businesses must adhere to strict guidelines for corporate responsibility, making sure they steer clear of anything akin to pyramid schemes, and encouraging moral businesses conduct that safeguard customers.
Yes, right. So, adhering to regulatory compliance is another key solution. Businesses should strictly follow all advertising laws and industry regulations. To reinforce this, implementing independent oversight and conducting regular audits can help maintain compliance and accountability. So thank you for that, Ms. Gemma and Ms. Elaisa. Now let's watch this video of Attorney Dela Peña for a legal advice on this matter.
In order for us to avoid these ethical issues, there are rules and regulations implemented for them. We can mostly see it on Consumer Act of the Philippines, or also known as the Republic Act 7394,
wherein it provides comprehensive protection to consumers against deceptive, unfair, and unconscionable sales acts and practices. It includes specific provisions on advertising, requiring that advertisements must be truthful and not misleading. It states on the Article 108 that the state shall protect the consumer from misleading advertisements and fraudulent sales promotion practices. The Department of Trade and Industry is responsible for enforcing the provisions of the Act. With respect to food, drugs, cosmetics, devices, and hazardous substances, the Department of Health is the agency that oversees these products. We can also see on Article 110 and 111 that it prohibits false, deceptive, or misleading advertising and establishes the rights of consumers to information and fair disclosure. It also regulates MLM practices, ensuring fair business practices and registration with the Department of Trade and Industry. While on Article 77 state that it prohibits false, deceptive, or misleading advertisements of food, drugs, cosmetics, devices, or hazardous substances. And on Article 87, it provides for the regulation of consumer product quality and safety, ensuring accurate labeling and advertising.
There are more laws implemented to ensure the safety of every customers, employers, and even businesses. So do not be afraid to seek help for professionals if ever you would experience this kind of problems.
Thank you for that, attorney. Now, with these issues, there are a lot of ethical theories we can apply, like deontological ethics emphasizes the inherent rightness of action, while virtue ethics emphasizes moral character and ethical business practices. Utilitarianism aims to maximize overall happiness or pleasure, focusing on promoting products that benefit the greatest number of people and avoiding harm through misinformation. These theories guide ethical decision-making in various fields.
Every day, new companies are reported to have acted unethically and possibly illegally in their operation and financial reporting. Corporate social responsibility is a crucial aspect of business ethics.
Governing the ethical duties and rights of businesses and society. It ensures that the businesses are mindful and considerate of the society within their operating environment, ensuring that they are mindful of the ethical issues surrounding their operation.
Here are some tips on how to handle these ethical issues if ever that you would encounter it on corporate world. Establish a strong code of ethics. You should develop a comprehensive code of ethics that outlines acceptable behaviors and practices. You should also ensure that all employees understand and adhere to these outlines.
Promote open communication. Encourage an open door policy where employees feel comfortable in reporting unethical behavior without fear of retaliation. Provides multiple channels for reporting issues, such as anonymous hotlines or suggestion boxes.
Lead by example. Corporate leaders should model ethical behaviors in their actions and decisions. When a leader demonstrates a commitment to ethics, it sets a standard for the rest of the organization.
Provide regular training. Regular training on how to make ethical choices helps employees to avoid doing the wrong thing by teaching them what's right.
Implementing strong oversight. Establish oversight mechanisms such as ethics, commitments, and compliance in offices. Monitor airports and ethical standards. Regular audits in review can help identify address and potential issues early.
Encourage accountability. Hold everyone accountable for their actions. Implement a system where ethical rules are met with appropriate consequences, regardless in the position of individuals within the company.
Foster a culture of integrity. Create a corporate culture that values and rewards ethical behavior. Recognize and celebrate employees who demonstrate integrity and makes ethical decisions, reinforcing the importance of ethics in the workplace.
Now that you know the universal truth on corporate world, we hope that you are ready to counter and experience these problems.